So now we just got word that Malcolm Butler has been released by the Tennessee Titans to save cap. Is this a good move? Is this a bad move? Man. See, the thing that's so hard about this is Malcolm has put so much into Tennessee. Besides the injuries, of course. I mean, he really balled out last year with an injured Adoree Jackson as our number 2, who should have been our number 1 coming into the last season, the 2019-2020 season. And then we have Christian Fulton coming in to fill Adoree Jackson's spot because we did pick up Adoree's 5th year. Not a bad thing about this was just his contract, because Malcolm did ball out at the end of this. I mean, the guy played great. There was a few games there where he had his misses, and just like any other player, you have your misses. That's if you're on the field, of course. And it's just unfortunate that he has to ask for so much money right now. Everybody's saying, yeah, you should go out and get your money, but the demographic-wise is, yeah, it sounds good. But what have you done on the field? No, I don't want to see your stats. I want to see what you've done on the field. We're not number crunching here. We're looking at play style, needs, athleticism. So we lose Malcolm Butler. That just means we're going to have to draft. If we're going to save money in this offseason, that's the only way I see it, is that we're going to rely heavily on this draft class. The participation year. What a joke of a season. Why I call it a participation year is because we only get 5, 6, 7 games. Then you compete for a national championship, and then you credit that as a win. The hell kind of training is that? What kind of thought process goes into that? And that's exactly what I mean. Everybody goes into this mindset of, we need to get paid. We deserve to get paid. Bro, you haven't even been on the field. Can you get on the field? Can we get a touchdown? Can we make sure you're actually doing your job? Can you show up to practice? So now we lose Malcolm Butler. Who's the next man up? It's gonna have to be Adoree. It's gonna have to be Christian Fulton. This is rough. And that just goes to show, if we lose Malcolm, we're gonna lose Kenny. But that's the unfortunate side. Anybody looking to pick up Malcolm Butler, you guys are going to get a great corner. Maybe solid 1, solid 2 somewhere on a team that's rebuilding. Maybe you won, but I mean, Butler, he balled out here from his time at New England, from the fiasco that happened with Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl. And we all knew that pass should have been a run, Everybody was tired, of course, but they go back at that Seattle and Patriots game where he stepped it up. We never saw Malcolm Butler's name. He just all of a sudden just showed up and he balled out for the Patriots. And that's what they ended up capitalizing on, was that interception at the end. Gets released. Of course, he didn't get to play the next year with the because he played like 90-something, the upwards of 90+ in his snaps, right? With New England. Now, that familiarity comes with John Robinson and Mike Vrabel here in Tennessee and our scouting report. So when we see that he was pulled from the Super Bowl game and they lose that Super Bowl, Malcolm crying during the national anthem, no words on why he did not step foot on the field at all the entire time. And then it's so hushed that, do you respect something what goes on the field? I mean, it had to be something mediocre, an argument, a suspension where Bill had to sit him. That's what it comes down to. Now ask yourselves, had Malcolm played in that Super Bowl, do you think he still would have won? No, he still would have walked. We all know Coach Belichick ain't paying nobody. He ain't paying nobody. And we have that same mentality here in Tennessee, as probably with the Texans as well. Malcolm takes this big pay cut, and he's like, nah, I ain't taking no pay cut. You have people like J.J. Watt out here. You have people like Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, Richard Sherman. Everybody asking to where the money's at. They got a lot. Everybody's got to understand this is a business. This is business. Yeah, we're gonna let you walk, player. We're gonna get somebody who can fill your spot. We have your replacement ready. That's our mentality here, right? We've had this the entire time. That's the way the Patriots do it. That's the way Tennessee does it. Besides not cutting people who don't need to be here. I just hope we don't go too cheap on replacements like a Jonathan Joseph, and not to take away from Jonathan Joseph, but I just hope we don't get into that rhythm again where it was last offseason, where we have a horrible draft class. Not that they weren't horrible in their own rights, but just the productivity that we see on the field. Are we going to be able to get something of Malcolm Butler's caliber? Because the dude played lights out. And it was the first year he actually had, I want to say he was really on the field a lot more. It's such a bummer. You know, you get attached to some of these players because of their play style, that aggression. We haven't had that here in Tennessee, and now we lose it. I just hope we have that next man mentality up, like Malcolm Butler, you know? And unfortunate side for him, it was just a little too late. We just have to trust the process. This is heartbreaking already. Heartbreaking already. But the dude is shut down. He's a beast. He's a monster. I hope wherever he goes, I am going to be following Malcolm Butler wherever he goes still, because he's that great of an athlete. He's that presence, that veteran presence that you need on the field. He's worked hard. He's progressed in ways, and he's helped a lot on the field when we didn't have other people here. A lot of these games could have gone the other way if we didn't have Malcolm Butler on the other side. We're going to rely on what? Brandon Borders? Ty Smith? Oh, I was going to say Kyle, or I can't remember the other guy's name, but we just have to trust the process. And wherever Malcolm Butler goes, I hope he balls out. I hope he goes to a great team. And I think he will. I think he will. Something tells me he might head up to the Giants if that Giants have that cap space. Or Seattle, you know. But we'll see. But that's just a quick update that Malcolm Butler has officially been released. And we all know it's for cap space. Stay tuned.